I know what to do. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe. Does everybody want your cash? You'd be surprised. A lot of people do not want your cash, man. I'm gonna tell about a story where I try to pay with cash, and I think some of the implications that we're dealing with. I went to the cupcake shop yesterday, and yeah, the cupcake shop. I went to the cupcake shop, try to buy some cupcakes. I bought like some cookies and cream, double chocolate, some other stuff, hot fudge cupcake, and I pulled out to pay with the $100 bill. I think the total was like $20 and some change. And I tried to pay with the $100 bill because I had a client who gave me a bunch of cash recently, and I've been trying to run through the cash. And this was the most interesting experience I've had with the cash. I've had many since holding the cash. The lady was so shocked. It was awkward. She almost didn't even want to open her cash register. It was like she was nervous to open her cash register, and she's like, I might not have cash, and she started laughing, and I started laughing too. I was like, well, I don't have anything on my card, so I didn't want to be rude, but it's like I really want to buy these cupcakes, and like I have the only legal tender. Like, isn't cash the only legal tender, or something like that? Y'all let me know. Isn't cash like the only legal tender? I'm pretty sure it says that on our. So I'm like, I don't want to be rude, but like I got cash, and ultimately she did find some change, and yeah, I think cash is the only legal tender. Yeah, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying there should be like a law that people have to accept cash, but it's like, how is this the only legal tender, and there's not a mechanism for everyone to accept it? And it just kind of tells you like the direction we're going in terms of dealing with cash. I don't know if anybody else has dealt with this, but like I did kind of feel stupid ultimately for trying to buy $20 cupcakes with $100 of cash, but it's cash, man. I thought cash was king. Is cash king? That's the kind of stuff we're asking ourselves. That's what kind of stuff we're going to talk about. Cash used to be a symbol of desire. Everyone used to open up their birthday card. You open up your birthday card and you're waiting for it to be cash. You're like, cool, $20, granny, uncle gonna give me $20. Perfect. And now, cash, the reason why we got away from cash is it's nothing new, right? You can't move large amounts. Why people love cash is actually tangible. You can touch it. But it's not new, but it's almost as if we're like living in like this new era where people look down on you for wanting to pay with cash. And I know it's not like that in every industry, and I'm sure y'all have some stories about working in particular industries where cash is king, like construction. But I felt so out of sort this week having so much cash on me and dealing with merchants and stuff. I understand how it can be inconvenient, and we're moving on to like this digital economy. Sometimes you're on the side of the road. This is kind of where we're in now. It's 2024. Sorry, someone was calling me. It's 2024. You got people on the side of the road selling flowers, selling all this stuff, and like they expect you to have cash. Like I remember there's a family that's always selling roses and stuff by my house, and it's like I don't have cash. I don't have $7 for these roses. Like, you should have a cash app, and they're like, oh well, we don't have a cash app. They usually speak Spanish, so who knows what kind of situation. Who knows their legal status ultimately. We're in Texas. I don't know where y'all at, but we're in Texas, and people's legal status is a flip of a coin over here. And I'm like, I'm not gonna look for change on the side of the road to give you to pay for flowers. That's like crazy. I mean, so we're living in that kind of world where a lot of vendors don't take digital payments. A lot of store merchants don't want you to have cash payments. Um, it's just a really weird world. And if you're in construction, a lot of the people who work in construction, they want to be paid with cash. Is this shift, is it making life more convenient, or are we leaving something behind? There's a lot of industries that only operate on cash. There's a lot of communities who only operate on cash. For a lot of low income people, they prefer cash. They operate on cash. They might be unbankable. You might be dealing with an unbankable population that's in a rural country or even in an urban area, people who are unbankable. Like, not everybody has like digital payment options where you can pay them digitally. And there's an age generational divide too here. My client from last week who gave me all that cash, she gave me two options. She gave me a check or a cash. So obviously I'm going to choose cash 100% of the times. So it's just something to think about. I just kind of wanted to kind of see what everybody else thought, see if they've had some negative or positive experiences dealing with cash. A lot of businesses, they think, when businesses only take cash, sometimes people think they're money laundering. People are like, oh, well, they're money laundering. So you also have like these negative undertones and stereotypes of people who only want cash, or businesses who only want cash. People say, oh, they're only money laundering, or they're trying to do something nefarious. So it's like, again, this note is the only legal tender, but in so many ways, socially and otherwise, we're kind of getting punished for holding cash. Cash used to symbolize freedom, autonomy, but now it's pretty much everything's digital, everything's centralized. You know what I mean? I don't know if cash can ever make a comeback. Maybe cash will make a comeback. I don't know, but that's something for us to sit around and wait. I know a lot of people prefer cash too because they have negative. They've had issues with digital platforms failing, whether it's Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, where their money has been hacked or the money's been taken from them or what have you. Like, I've seen all kind of complaints of solely relying on digital payment systems, right? You see that stuff all the time. So I want to know if y'all ever have had a large amount of cash. Did somebody make you feel outdated or out of place? Do y'all think cash is king? Like, y'all let me know what you think, because I don't know if this is just me, but I don't have too much more to share here. Let's see who's watching. I think I had like 4 viewers earlier. I'm not gonna keep you out here forever, but I am interested in the audience and where y'all from. If y'all from the United States or outside the United States, and if you've dealt with large amounts of cash, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Expect more videos like this as the week goes by. Peace.